Hey guys, this is Austin, and today I'm here with a video going over the new iPhone. So I just did a video on this the other day, however this morning a lot of new stuff about the new iPhone has been leaked, including pretty much exactly what it's going to look like, as well as several of the major specs including the screen, so let's take a look. To start with, let's go over the design of the new iPhone. So around back, you'll see that it looks fairly similar to the iPhone 4 and 4S, but with a couple of major differences. For starters, there is now a large aluminum band around the back. So of course with the 4 and the 4S, it was all glass, and while this looked nice, it was definitely very easy to break, and it wasn't quite the best as far as fingerprints and smudges and all that kind of stuff. However, with the new iPhone, it looks like they're actually going to replace most of that with some kind of aluminum. Now, you can still see that there is going to be a little bit of glass on the top around the camera, as well as on the very bottom. Now, I will say in this picture it looks a little bit odd. I think the black looks really solid, but the white looks a little bit weird. But I'm not going to go ahead and judge it just on one picture and on one angle. Taking a closer look, you can see that the camera and the flash look very similar to before. However, what's new is what looks to be a microphone, which most likely will be used for rear-facing video recording. Moving over to the side, it looks like Apple's kept the same design from the 4 and the 4S, with a metal band running around the phone. You can see that there is a little notch for the antenna, as well as a spot for the mute switch, as well as the volume buttons. It's hard to tell from this angle, but it looks like the black iPhone may actually have a black antenna, whereas the white keeps the same metallic finish. Coming around to the back of the phone, there are also some major changes here. So the most notable of which is that there is definitely no 30-pin dock connector on the new iPhone. Instead, there looks to be a much smaller connector, perhaps micro USB or some kind of new Apple proprietary port. You can also see that the headphone jack has been moved down to the bottom, so just like on the iPod Touch, instead of plugging your headphones in on the top of the phone, it will be on the bottom. You can also see the grills for the speaker and microphone. Now these look a little bit odd, I definitely will say, so whether this is exactly what we're going to see when the new iPhone comes out, or perhaps this is just some kind of early development model, we'll have to wait and see. Coming around to the front of the phone, you can tell that the screen is much larger. Now everything we've heard points to the new iPhone having a 4-inch display, and this seems to fit that perfectly. The width seems to be the same, however the screen and the phone itself seem to be a bit taller. You can also see a couple of other differences here. So for example, the FaceTime camera looks to be relocated to above the speaker, as opposed to off to the side where it wasn't quite centered. On top of that, you can very clearly see that there is going to be a home button on the new iPhone. Now, we've heard lots of rumors that there's going to be a home buttonless iPhone or iPad. However, I don't think this is going to be going anywhere anytime soon. So this is not a complete leak. We don't have the exact specs or the exact release date or anything like that. However, I do believe this is a very good look at what the new iPhone is going to look like when it goes on sale. So what do you guys think? Did Apple go far enough? Did they get a really great redesign with the larger display, the new backing, all that kind of stuff? Or is it too conservative? Did they not change enough from the 4 and the 4S? Definitely let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to leave it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in keeping up with the latest on the new iPhone, definitely be sure to subscribe.